Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody is doing well. All right, checking. Everything seems to be good. Seems to be good. Sunny, beautiful day again here. Cherga Island in Luzon. I know Luzon. It's early. Mindanao. We're down in Mindanao. I know up in Luzon, I don't know if they're still getting rain. But I guess it's been bad, real bad up there. Flooding, I think landslides in different areas. Yeah. Hi from General Luna. Paul, hey, Paul, how you doing? General Luna, I got to get back over. I got to get, I don't know, we got this grandma's funeral thing going on. So I don't know when I'll get back over there. But yeah, sunny, just sunny and beautiful here. You know, people say about the rainy season, but it's not rainy season everywhere. Like if it's rainy season up in Luzon, it might not be rainy season down here. From my understanding, rainy season down here is coming up. So, yeah. Bailey Hardy, you're not okay, but that's all right. I know a lot of strange one in the PI. I know a lot of strange one also is in the PI. Seems to be a magnet for a bunch of strange people, right? But define strange, right? What you might think is strange, others might think is normal, right? Hey, Paul. General Luna Paul. Ricky USA, how is Ricky USA doing? How you doing? I don't know. You coming back anytime soon? You might have said it, but it slips my mind. Oh, how about them Cowboys, huh? Huh? Destroyed the Browns. Cleveland, as they call it, the mistake on the lake. But I can give you this much right now. I know for a fact, because I lived in Ohio for, I don't know, a few years. I was 20s, right? I can tell you this much right now. Those Browns fans, they are loyal fans. They will stick with the Cleveland Browns through thick and thin, through Super Bowls. Wait, hang on. Nope, they haven't been in a Super Bowl. But they are loyal. They are definitely loyal, not the bandwagon fans like the Eagles. The Eagles, yes, I'm from Philly, but I'm not an Eagles fan. The Eagles, the bandwagon jumpers. Oh, our team's doing great, yay! And all of a sudden they start doing bad, and it's a bandwagon. Yeah. Vet, good morning to you also. Peter, hi from Holland. How are you doing in Holland? John Allen, hello from Rhode Island. I was on station, Bulacan, Philippines. All right. Paul, Yatito. Good morning to you. Bruce, how are you doing, Bruce? How was Florida, right? How are things down there, weather-wise? Good day, Manuel. Paul, Yatito. It's so hot. General Luna. Yeah, it is hot. You're right, Paul. It has been warm, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I don't mind it being warm over cold winters back in the States. Yeah. Peter says the bird crapped on your head days ago. Yet there's still poop on that. Oh, wait, that's your cowgirl's lid. I gotta love it. You gotta love it. You either like the Cowboys or you don't, right? You either like New England or you don't, right? Just the way it is. Oh, Rock Mill, how are you doing? Rain will start in the end of October. Okay. See, I haven't been here. Hello from Quezon City. I haven't been here for like a whole season. You know, last year around, I think October, I think it was October, November. We came down here for a couple weeks. I don't really remember the rain, but it was a little cooler. But yeah. Buckeyes to bananas. Good morning, sir. How are you? How are things up in Angeles City? Buckeyes to Banana is a newer channel in Angeles City. Just starting out like his life here in the Philippines, like his experiences, what he's doing, things he's encountering. I enjoy watching new channels, especially new channels that are coming to the Philippines that are, they're experiencing things just like I experienced things when I first got here. They're, just sharing their life of how they see the Philippines and the things they're going through. And, but yeah, check out his channel, Buckeyes to Banana. He's not part of the clique. He's not part of the Angeles City clique. Ricky, I have some medical stuff to get stabilized, and I'll be over there. All right, Ricky, you take care of get that taken care of. That's like the title of this video: the old fart expat living in the Philippines. Who's going to change your diaper? Right? We'll get into that here in a little bit. But yeah, good thing to do, Ricky. It's different if you're here and you have a medical condition, or all of a sudden, boom, you have a medical condition. But to come over here with a medical condition when you get it treated and taken care of back wherever you come from, or get it under control. I mean, some conditions are not treatable, or they're treatable, but they're not curable, correct? Like diabetes. And now somebody's going to say, well, you can correct diabetes. You can and you can't. I guess you could say that. Me as a diabetic, I know a lot of times people become diabetic because they become overweight. All right. Then they lose the weight. Diabetes gone. Me, I inherited it. I can lose all the weight I want, but I'm still going to have it. And then, you got the miracle treatments out there. Try this, eat that. Go on this diet. All right. But it's still there, right? But yeah, get it taken care of before you get here. Hey, Philly, it's the Andy Omar drill sergeant. Isn't it unfortunate he just got demonetized? I don't know. I don't know if he did or if he didn't. And if he did get demonetized, he doesn't rely on YouTube money. He has a nice, decent pension coming in. I couldn't tell you if he did or if he did. It's good to see you. Hey, Wayne. Peter, okie dokie. How about them boys? Yes. Here we go. They should win the next couple games. The tough game is going to be against Baltimore. They should win the next few games. Then again, if you're a fan of every team, any team, you want your team to win, right? Looking forward to the day. Dallas, Denver, and Kansas City are all in a three-way tie for last place. Yeah. Barbecue pork and beef teriyaki. How are you? Mark said I had to click on the channel just because of the thumbnail. He said, I'm going to talk about a little bit about that a little bit here later on. That's the thing. Thumbnails. People have said, yeah, Philly, you're the king of clickbait thumbnails. Everybody uses it to some degree. I even see the not so newer guys I see that started maybe 2 years ago and even up to now. Man, they're always clickbaiting. This was the most spectacular thing I've ever seen in my life. I was blown away by this in the Philippines. It's Philippine baiting. It's Pinoy baiting. All right. Whatever. To each their own, right? You got to ask yourself, does that McDonald's hamburger in the commercial look just as juicy and delicious with the cheese melting off of it and the roll looking fresh and the meat glistening from the grease? Does that burger look exactly like the burger you get in McDonald's. So even big names are clickbaiting. When you bought Michael Jordan sneakers, did it help your game? When you bought the Reebok pumps, did that help you jump higher? No, it's all clickbait, right? It's all clickbait. Yeah. Every man repeats a story. Gotta love the names. I love the names that people come up with. Every man repeats a story. There was another one. I left the comment. You always have that asshole. And that's all they are, is an asshole, right? That wants to leave a comment, grandma had just passed away. We're going through the funeral, or we're going through, the funeral, the viewing, and all that right now. And, everybody, 99.9%, giving condolences, and we greatly appreciate it and thank you. But you always have that one just fucking asshole, right? And that's all he is. Yeah. Only thing Philly's concerned about is how much it's going to cost him. Come on. Really? That's the least of people's concerns. Maybe to you it's a concern because you're such a tightwad. And he had some stupid name like Save a Ho something, or you know what I mean? A fake name created just to troll. But you always have that one asshole. Your channel is my favorite, so I'll forgive you for wearing that hat. Guys, to banana. I knew it was rainy season, but wasn't prepared for a week of straight rain. It's hit or miss. I've learned up in English City, it was hit or miss during rainy season. There were seasons where we hardly had any rain up there, hardly any. And then there was times where when rainy season started, the day it started, it's like somebody flipped the switch and it just rain started. Hit or miss, I think. Where are we at here? Mike married to a beautiful Filipina, or married to a beautiful woman. How you doing, Mike? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Maximus dry season commences December until May. Oh, Douglas Hoffman. Hello from Red Hill. You boys got my Saints next. Yes, Doug Hoffman. That's not. I don't know if I can click up on your profile or not, because I knew it. Doug Hoffman, Douglas Hoffman, Doug Hoffman. Doug, did you work at the big house? Did you work at the fort? I don't know if it's the Doug Hoffman. Doug Hoffman, I know. Let me see. Peter deodorant pills. What? Said. I actually heard that pizza commercials actually use glue instead of cheese to show how stringy the gooey the cheese is. Could be. Could be. Or thumbnail is nowhere to be found in the video. You can put a thumbnail up, and as long as you talk about that topic, all right, you got old fart Expat. Who's going to change your diaper? I got an old fart wearing a diaper, right? Who's going to change his diaper? As long as you're talking about that specific topic, then I think it's okay. But if you say, like, first of all, these AI generated thumbnails, all right, I noticed a lot of people are putting these AI generated thumbnails up, all right? But what's that thumbnail have to do with your topic? How to date beautiful Filipino women in the Philippines. Well, what's that thumbnail have to do with your topic? But I think, those AI generated thumbnails, maybe YouTube picks up on that and runs with them. Who knows? There's a reason why people are doing these things. Like YouTube wants you to start live streaming this way. All right. This way, not this way, but this way. All right. Because for some reason it's picking up on the algorithm and it's running it out there. But then you got people like, that's a stupid live stream. You don't know how to even live stream. That's YouTube wanting you to do that. It has nothing to do with the creator. So yeah, they're going to do that. All right. Hey, good morning, Mike. How is Mike doing? I hope you're feeling better. Stay dry. Stay dry. Uh, all right, Doug. All right, Doug. All right. Now I know who you are. I take it you're retired. Worked. Worked means past tense. Josephine. Good morning, Josephine from New York City. All right. Let's talk about this subject about who's going to change your diaper when you get old. You know, and I've seen it also. I've seen it here. I'm going to just share a story that it happened to. An older gentleman came here to the Philippines. He came here a couple years ago, a year ago or whatever. Might have been a couple years ago. Hello, Victor. How you doing? And he was older, all right, and but he was getting around. You know, he was doing good. Um, didn't have to rely on anybody. Didn't need anybody to help him with anything. Um, Kind of felt out the Philippines. I think a couple months. Then left the Philippines and then came back and said, "This is it. I'm retiring here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to die here." Matter of fact, he wanted to be buried up at the funeral or up at the vet cemetery in Clark. Um, the guy smoked, man. He was like a he was like a chimney, like not. I'm talking a chimney, middle of the winter. You know, when it's minus 10 degrees out, and you're just fueling your wood stove with wood to get that thing rolling, right? Within an hour, he would have at least 6, 7 cigarettes smoked, you know, while we're eating breakfast, right? One day he had a hard time like walking, right? He just couldn't walk. And no one knew what happened, right? So there he was, you know, hadn't planned this and everything like that. And he wasn't a very big guy either. You know, you got a lot of expats that are just big dudes, right? And he had, I don't know if it was a girlfriend or what, I don't know their relationship, but she was a thin girl and everything like that. And it got to the point where, you know, he couldn't get out of bed. She needed to help him get out of bed, carry him to a toilet. He wasn't using a diaper, you know what I mean? However, you know, we said to him, listen, dude, don't you don't have to be embarrassed or anything like that. You know, put on a diaper, you know, and just do your business in there or whatever. But you know, he's too proud. You know, me myself, you know, come on, who wants to do their business in a diaper, right? So had to carry him, had to bathe him, had to, you know, everything, cook for him and everything like that. And she got to the point where she's like, I can't handle this. You know what I mean? I can't handle this. It's just too much. You know, you got guys out there that just they have this attitude, and to each their own, right? I'm not giving the family anything. I'm staying away from my girlfriend's family. I don't have anything to do with them. They just want my money. They want to suck my money out of me, you know. And and so they just have their girlfriend. You know, they're this old fart with this barely legal girl. You know what I'm saying? To each their own, though, right? What is this girl going to do when you get sick, right? You know, here families help each other when they get sick, when they're not feeling well, when they're dying. They help each other. They just do. You know, what if you're that expat that has annihilated yourself from your girlfriend or your wife's family? All right. What happens when you get sick? Who's going to help you? You got your girl who's barely legal, weighs 100 pounds, but you had to have this bride child, right? That'll piss some people off. Uh, well, what's going to happen? What are you going to do? You know, is she going to take care of you? All right. What's going to happen? I have a friend. He lived in Angeles and he moved out. Joe. He's like, I'm tired of Angeles City. He got smart. He wised up and he figured, you know what? This city's not for me. Other expats enjoy Angeles City. And like he used to always tell me, he goes, you know what? I forget how old he was. I mean, he wasn't like wrinkled up old. And his wife, she wasn't one of these young prizes, you know what I mean? These young, barely legal girls, but you know what he would tell me? He goes, you know what? At least I know when I get old, I got a wife that'll wipe my ass, right? He knew it and he knows it. You know what I mean? But what are you going to do? Oh, they could put me back in the States, they put you in a nursing home. That's what people do. They put you in a nursing home. Some families do take care of their dying family members and stuff, of course. But here, I guess, unless you got a ton of money and you can find a nursing home, families take care of you. They do, you know. But you got, like I said, you got the ones that, nope, I ain't putting out a penny. I ain't giving my family members nothing. My wife's family members, nothing. My girl, my bride child, I'm not giving. They all want my money. I mean, come on. Are you that like stingy and greedy? Like you can't help out in a situation? If I help out, then they'll want more. No, there's a time and place for everything. I'm going to tell you how much it costs here in the Philippines to take a loved one to the coroner, all right, have them prepare the body, put you in a casket, bring you back to the house, because out here in the provinces, they view the body right here in the houses. I don't know if there's laws in the city to where you can't. I don't know the laws when it comes to that. But however, in the province here, you can view bodies here in a person's house. So they prepared the body, brought the body back out, got the casket, some flowers, a couple candles, some lights and stuff, and like a little backdrop and all that. And then what'll happen is they'll pick the body up on the day that we go to bury grandma and stuff. But you know how much that costs? I'm gonna tell you how much it costs. Let me get my little calculator out here. Because, it might break that expat that says, I'm not giving nothing to the family. It might break you. All right, here. Okay, we're going on the 55 US dollar. 55 pesos on the US dollars. All right, you guys ready for this? This is how much it costs, all right, to prepare the body and everything like that. You ready? 30,000 pesos, all right? That's $545.45. Wow, that'll break an expat. Oh my God. Oh my God, that'll just break an expat. Come on. That's all it costs. Can you go more extravagant? Sure. You're not going to get, what do you call it? Like brochures, where it lists the person's name and what they did and they're surviving. There's none of that. They don't do that out in the provinces, right? They just don't. All right. There's no going to buy a headstone. There's none of that. Can you? I think you can. Now Lutz Hanson or Lutz uncles will go get concrete. They'll build, encasing tombing for grandma to be placed in. People bring food, right? People bring food. We're going into tonight's night 3. All right. But people bring food. Usually around 6, 7 o'clock is when people start coming in and people gamble and they raise money. They raise money. They bring money. You know what I'm saying? But what are you going to do? When you're older, what are you going to do? There was another gentleman. But yeah, that 500 US dollars, boy, that's just going to break a person, right? There was another gentleman. I remember when we first got over here, we were down in Lutz's father's area in Mindanao. And we went over to a couple that knew the wife. And the gentleman, I think he was an Australian man. And he was at that point where he was just old, you know? He was lying on the couch, he could talk, but he was in a diaper, you know? And nice guy. I remember him, very nice guy. But yeah, but people don't, I don't know what people think. Uh, I don't know. But what's up?
Excuse me to disturb.
Yes.
Can I have a bond paper? You have
Bond paper? I think it's down there in that white thing right there. Yeah, there you go. There you go, right here. I just buried my brother in USA. It cost 20,000 US dollars. Wow. He says, holy shit, it cost 10,000 plus to dine. Yeah, yeah. But that's the cost here. Can you go more extravagant? Sure. But that's just a general cost. And not only that, guys, when someone passes away here, a senior citizen, I don't know if it's just senior citizen or whatever. When a senior citizen passes away here, Lut now is doing, like I said, she's doing a lot of this legwork, running out there, getting paperwork, signing things. She has to go to City Hall today. Who's going to change my diaper, Bob? Probably Lut. Lut will change my diaper. If not Lut, Bing Bing will change it. Hannah, somebody going to change it. I ain't worried about nobody changing my diaper. I just hope that it doesn't come to that point with me. No one wants to be a burden. We look at it as a burden on our family. I'm a burden. I'm old. I don't want to be a burden. But here, maybe in other parts of the world, family members might say, yeah, it's a burden. Man, it's a burden. It's a burden. Here in the Philippines, they just, everybody helps. It's not put on one person. It's not one person, one family member taking care of the sick. Yeah. GR, thank you, GR. So yes, Bob, I know. I am worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Music holds the secret. What happened to Jeff in Japan drama? You move on in life. When there's nothing there, and when you can't, let's just put it this way. It's like the pot calling the kettle black, I guess. If you want to dig at me, and that's all it was. Make sure that there's nothing there hiding in your closet that I can dig back at. That's all I have to say about that. But I'll leave all the other drama. I'll leave all the drama up in Angeles City, where all the other backstabbing, two-faced. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Yeah. So 30K Philippine pesos. Yeah. Kyle says, I'm sure there are a-holes that will make a subhuman comment when I die. I am going to be buried on my 4.4 hectare of land. With my sense of humor, my recorded voice will speak in eerie voice. Yeah. Here's another thing. I don't know how. I know one person. I didn't know him, but I didn't know the guy, but same way he was. Now this was down in where Lut's father's from. There was a trail that led from their house out to the ocean. As we were walking down the trail, Lut pointed over to the left, and she said, "You see that?" And I said, "Yeah." And there was a like a makeshift cross or something there. She goes, "He wanted to be buried on his land." So they buried him on his land. I don't know the laws when it comes to the Philippines. If you can be buried on your own property, if you can't be buried, I really don't know. Look, can you be buried on your own property in the Philippines? You can. So you can still be buried. Okay. Lut says you can.
That's your personal
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Bill Walsh says, I remember donating to grandma's house rebuild. I just buried my aunt 20K later. It was done. I told my daughter cremation is fine for me. First of all, thank you for, you know, the donation to help rebuild grandma's house. I'm the same way. Cremate me, cremate me. I don't want to be buried anywhere. Um, that's how I am too. But sorry for the loss of your aunt. Where are we at? Being 88 now, my daughter says she'll never put me in a nursing home. They're terrible here because of lesser care. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? Maybe hit or miss with nursing homes. My grandmother was in a nursing home prior to her death, and they were good. Um, but she was in I think it was like she was a Mennonite, but she was in a Mennonite nursing home. Um, of course, when you go to places like the staff is amazing, you know, because you're there, they don't want to look bad. Um, but yeah, they were decent. Nothing bad coming out of it, but yeah, lesser care. I can believe it. Oh, sorry. I like to be sprinkled in the ocean, but it's illegal. Why is it illegal? Illegal where? I didn't think it was illegal. I thought you could be sprinkled in the ocean. I mean, I thought you might have to get a permit or something. I think I read something somewhere where you could, it might have been in Florida where you could do it, but you had to get a permit and you had to go you had to go out so far before you could do it. Um, but I don't know if it's illegal or not. Here, just go out in the ocean and do it, right? uh, Mark Davis says, why so many expats go to Angeles and Dumaguete just to hang out and interview other expats. I have zero expat friends in CDO and prefer it that way. I don't know, Mark. I really don't know. Um, it became a trend down in Dumaguete, and I don't know Dumaguete. Never been there. Can't comment on it. What it's like to live there. I really don't know. I really don't even watch Dumaguete vlogs. Critter Hunter, I watch him. Justin, Finn Snow, I watch him. But all the others like Old Dog, Every Man Has a Story, Mike's Philippine Retirement, all the I don't watch them because I just don't. There's nothing there, nothing that thrills me or excites me, and they're interviewing people, which is okay. So people can tell their story on how they got here, what brought them here, and everything like that. But it just kind of like became a trend. Old Dog Paul was kind of like the first one to do that, and and it just kind of snowballed from there. Um, I'm not a great interviewer. All right. I'm not a used car salesman. I'm not an Amway distributor salesman. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't have a vocabulary of, all these fancy words, and I'm just me. I am me. Um, but that's the thing, just interviewing other expats, and some people like it. I wouldn't say it's so much in Angeles City. All right. Mike, our Philippine journey, he does. Um, you got some channels ran by Filipinas who interview bar girls, street girls, freelancers. All right. But as far as like on a regular basis, Angeles City expats, um, not so much. Does it happen? Yeah, it happens. Somebody tried and thought they were going to hit a home run with what's his name? I can't even, huh?
The horse.
Harry the horse. I thought they're going to hit a home run with Harry the horse interview. Even did a 3-part series, and that was a flop. It's all it's the interviewer and how they can present the person, but not so much. And Dumagetti, they'll interview each other. They'll interview other YouTubers upcoming. All right, and put it out there. I used to do it too, but in Angeles City they won't because they're so worried somebody will steal their content or steal their subscriber, or oh, they might like me better, or they might like him better than me. Like it's an I game. I know I've been there. I know I've been there. I've done it. I've seen it. I've seen it all happen. Not all of them. There's some good new ones coming up. They're not in the click, as I call it, the click. Like our Philippine journey. Our Philippine journey, OPJ. Yes. It's got something different. But yeah, that's just my thought. My thought. Where are we at? Bruce, I think who would want to buy a piece of land with a body buried on it? You would be afraid to dig it, garden as well as or a latrine, or just know there's a body someplace in your newly acquired land. Maybe it's just land passed down from family to family to family to family. Who knows? But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Old people need to live somewhere. Yes, they do. Intel Ann, how you doing? Have you seen Judas lately, Intel Man? Judas? That's an inside joke. Here's another one. I like this name. JLB has an IQ of a dirty shill. Whatever happened to that guy, JLB? Cannot dump ashes due to EPA, Clean Water Act. Well, you can request special permission to do it. Okay. All right. I thought you could. I thought you could. Yeah. You could dump ashes anywhere you want. Don't ask and don't do it and do it at night. Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. Are you getting ready to leave?
Sorry, guys.
Did you want to
Okay.
say hello?
Hi, everyone. I'm very busy.
Yeah. Let's.
Ask Miguel. I already give him instruction for everything. Okay.
For what?
Your breakfast.
Oh wow.
When
Wow.
you're done over here, just let my mom
Ah.
knows, and then she knows already.
All right. Yeah.
Okay?
Can you take that?
Bye.
All right. See ya.
I need to go.
All right. All right. Let's got to go to a barangay, or not barangay, city hall, and da da da. And there's another thing. They want to take Ramo's body to a church. All right. And from the church, take her out to the burial site. And but you got to go to the church and get permission. All right. Some churches won't let you. Oh, you haven't come to church for so long, and now you want to use our church. And but so she had to go get permission from one of the churches here. Just a lot of just things you got to do, and Lut's doing it. Lut's handling it all. So yeah, she's doing a good job. Black Miners 73. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Guys, I'm gonna put a link in the description here if everybody wants to jump up and say hello, say what's on your mind. Jason Pike, how are you doing, Jason? Big shout out from Canada. See, I was in Canada two times, no, three times. Niagara Falls twice, and whatever the city is outside Detroit. I went over the bridge. That's the deepest I've been in Canada. Billy, who do you like in the U.S. elections and why? Shout out from Chicago. Well, you know what? We can't talk about that. We can't talk about politics. It just doesn't work that way. Let's put it this way. I'm for the winner. I'm for the person that wins. Or not. I'm for the person that loses. Or not. Can't talk about politics, you know what I'm saying? That'll destroy a channel, because trust me, I actually, I forget what year it was. It might have been, a previous election. And I wore a certain hat, all right? And I got so many, I didn't get a lot. I got comments. Can't believe you're wearing that hat. I'm unsubscribing. Come on. Are you going to unsubscribe if your kid wears a hat that from another, running or another person that's running for a political position? Are you going to unsubscribe from their life? And I'm sure it happens, but it's like, good God, people, just because somebody likes one party over another party, all right, I don't hate that person. They have different political views than I do. It doesn't make me hate that person or dislike that person, but it's come down to that. But yeah, I remember I wore this hat and everybody, unsubscribing. Hey, you're going to unsubscribe from being a cow because I'm a Cowboys fan. Windsor? Is it Windsor, Maximus? You got Detroit, and then you cross the bridge. It might have been Windsor. This was years ago. I was in like my 20s. All right. I was up there with friends of mine, and he said, hey, let's go over to Canada. He goes, because they have really good girly shows over there. So we went over and went into a girly show, and yeah, they were good shows. But yeah, Windsor. Okay, so it was Windsor. When you leave the U.S., best to avoid politics. Yeah. It's not shoved in your face here like it is back in the States. You have to hunt down and find debates. You have to hunt down and find just different things. You just do. It's not in your face. Like in the States right now, like every commercial, right, is probably politics. Vote for this person. This person did this. You shouldn't vote for this person. Not here. Not here. But yeah, you got to search for it. And don't say who you like, Brian. You lose no matter what. Exactly. Oh, Victor Coco, Victor C. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Go Cowboys. K Dallas, go Cowboys. Detroit Lions all the way. We got a Detroit Lions in the house. MAGA, and I'm Canadian. People are sensitive. You are correct, Mike. They are very sensitive. No mention of the maggot influencer caught taking money from Russia. FBI reported 600 of them in USA. No clue what you're talking about. I really have no clue what you're talking about, because maybe that's United States news. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Bruce says, if for no other reason, I like the Cowboys for having some of the best looking cheerleaders. There you go. There's a reason to like the Cowboys, right? You understand something. I think I said this in the past. Like, why aren't you an Eagles fan? Why aren't you an Eagles fan? Because when I was growing up, Dallas and Roger Staubach and Tony Dorsett, Ed Too Tall Jones, like they were the team. They were winning the Super Bowls. Tom Landry in his nice suit, and they were the team. They had Dallas and Pittsburgh going at it. And I guess I could have been a Pittsburgh fan, but the Eagles sucked. The Eagles sucked. And I just became a Dallas fan. I remember, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Matter of fact, I had a poster, not a poster, but a clipping, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders taped in the inside of my locker in school, right? That and Farrah Fawcett, right? So that takes you back. But I just became a Dallas fan because the Eagles suck, And it's always, you always hear the Eagles, it's been how long since the Cowboys won a Super Bowl? I don't know, but you know what? We've got how many Super Bowls? It took you how long to get to a Super Bowl? But yeah. Politics are like most YouTubers. They talk shit about each other. Some do, some don't. And the ones that don't, that come off as these saints, all right, as these holier than thou, these ass kissers and stuff, behind and out of YouTube's view, they're doing it. They're doing it. I've sat in rooms with some of them from Angeles City, from the Click, that did it. I sat there with them while they did it. They don't do it online because they know they'll lose subscribers. So it is what it is. No team. Team big time. What? No team. Teams big time sports. Rigged. Yeah. I always love it because they're always saying how the refs are helping Kansas City. The refs help Kansas City. The refs help Kansas City. It was kind of pathetic, disgusting, with all them yellow flags, offsides, or was it illegal formation, all that. It's like, come on. That was pathetic. And then it was funny because that last play, I know I'm not talking to everybody that watches football, but that last play that was caught in the end zone that could have tied up the game. I mean, the guy's toe was on the line and somebody modified a picture and stuff. But they're always saying how the refs are helping Kansas City. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Why is no Walking Street Siargao? Are restaurants on par with Angeles City? Mark, there's no Walking Street because Walking Street is its own monster in the Philippines. It's its own street in the Philippines that is recognized around the world as the red light district of the Philippines. It's its own monster. They don't have it down here because it's its own thing. You know what I'm saying? They have their own thing down here. That's what draws people to Angeles City. That's what the tourists are going there for this sex industry. All right. Everyone, huge majority. All right. Not everyone living there is living there because of it. Some are, but huge majority of the tourists that go there are going there for that. And people want to say, oh, we have more that's to offer than just that. Okay. Yeah. They got some nice restaurants. They got malls. They got everything. All right. But that's what draws the tourists here. The sex tourists, the sexpats that go there. Not all expats are sexpats. Let's get that straight. All right. Here, what draws people here is the surfing. And not only that, it's just a beautiful island. They just don't, this isn't for that. Like if you're one of those, old fart guys that, that just come here to like pick up the women and buy the women like they do in Angeles City. I don't sugarcoat it. Some people say they don't buy these girls. a bar fine, you're not buying that girl to sleep with her. See, I don't sugarcoat it. And other people will tell you how it is. You're buying that girl to sleep with her. You're not buying her to take her to McDonald's or Jollibee because the place would be empty if that was the negotiation deal. But here they don't. I mean, it's a different atmosphere, different vibe, different type of expat coming here. Young crowd, adventurous crowd. You know, they're not coming here to get sloppy drunk in a bar. You know, tongue wagging. Look at that girl. Going down to the beach. Look at that girl on the tee back. Beater boys. They don't have them here. It's just a different atmosphere. That's all it is. Same way with Baraka, you know, it's a different atmosphere. You don't buy them, you rent them. Yeah. Walking Street King from the USA. Sorry. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. BT and Betty, how you doing? Sorry, guys. I go on these rants. Walking Street comes from the U.S. military was there. You are correct. You are correct. And guess what? The Philippine, they ran with it. It's a moneymaker. It's a big time moneymaker. Nobody in their right mind goes to Angeles for any reason except the bar girls. It's not the real Philippines. You are correct, Mike or Mark. If you're talking about tourism, touristy stuff, like I said, majority are. But those that are living there, I'm going to tell you right now, because I live there. I know quite a few people that live there. They didn't move there and live there because of that. Their wife or girlfriend might be from, you know, they might be Kapapangan. They might be from that area. Some people just maybe did their research and like, they really enjoy, you know, having those things there, the airport, the malls, the good places to eat. You know, they just might like having that there for them. You know, what are the 2 places majority of the expats retire? Dumaguete, Angeles City. I like to know. I like to know what the percentage is. Who has the most percentage? Or is there somewhere else that has the most percentage? I don't know. But you can't say they, you know, all of them retire there for that or all go there because they don't. They don't. But your tourists, yeah, they do. Like a Jurgens moment. Uh-oh. That might rouse some people up. Philly's telling people to grab their Jergens when they watch his videos. He's promoting that. What a joke that was, right? Yeah, I didn't say it. Somebody else was saying it. Who took more balls on the chin, Babe Ruth or Kamala Harris? Yeah. Retiring soon to my homeland, Philippines. Awesome. Awesome, Josephine. When it comes to sports, I don't care. When it comes to politics, religion, et cetera, I don't identify myself with anything. I keep my true feelings to myself, and I will not give the privilege. Exactly. Guys, remember years ago, I even remember this. You didn't talk about it. You didn't talk about it. You didn't talk about, you know, who you were voting for and all. You just didn't, you know. BT around the railroad is going up fast. Lately, I was over there on the NLEX near the airport last week, and they really are moving fast. Cool. That's cool. You know, and the thing is, BT, I don't think just like the hospital, No vloggers over there covering it. And I understand you can't get in unless you maybe have a connection to get into the old hospital, and you know, but nobody's covering that. Nobody's covering the railroad, as far as I know. And these are things that are part of history, but nobody covers it. They just don't. Um, People love to come to the Philippines, but they don't want to learn about the history of the Philippine or the Filipino people. I've said this, I'll say it again. Expats come here and they think, you know, going to the mall is hanging out with Filipinos. But yeah, that's cool. It's moving on and it's moving fast. Morning, go. The great Go Bobo sister is here. Good morning to you. Go Bobo sister. I will, Butch. I will let her know. So, Bobo likes Jergens. Bobo likes Jergens. I don't like Jergens. My is better. There are no senior facilities in the Philippines. Edward, I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. Who knows? I've never heard of anybody sending their family members to a nursing home or a seniors facility. I'm sure the very wealthy could afford to get a caregiver if family's busy, or they're just rich and they don't want to, or not necessarily want to, but they're busy, they have careers and everything like that. They could afford a caregiver to be there for a family member. Yes, there are very, 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 very rich people in the Philippines. Filipinos, very rich, well-to-do Filipinos. You know, people think a lot of people. Everybody's poor. No, they ain't poor. Trust me. But I don't know if there are nursing or senior citizens facility. I couldn't tell you. Uh, ABC keeps mentioning you in his videos. I don't know why. He mentions me because what happens is you mention somebody's name, the algorithm picks up that name, and then it draws people to watch your channel. I don't know why he keeps mentioning my name. I haven't watched him in months. He showed his true cowardness when he talked shit about my wife and my kids, and I confronted him on the street, and he ran like a bitch that he was. All right. Because he had an SOS standing. You know what an SOS standing is? Slap on sight. He was going to get a bitch slap. And he ran like a coward. He ran like a bitch. And so once he showed his true colors, then start like a couple other vloggers of Angeles City, the old ass kissers and the other ones. As soon as I left, they could talk shit about me. Because you know what? You come from the Philadelphia area, they're going to confront you. They're not going to, talk behind your. They're going to confront you. That's the way it is. That's how it was growing up. Oh, they said this about me. All right, let me go confront them. It's like, why would you, talk about somebody in a negative way or a nasty way or an ugly way if you live in the same city they live in? You don't think you're not going to see that person? But that's what they did. No big deal. I don't care. I don't care. They hate this saying from me. Not all of them, but they hate this. Not when I mean all of them, not all of them. When I say this statement, it's not all of them, but it's a lot of them. They're eating the scraps off the table I built in Angeles City. Not all of them, but a lot of them. He's one, and the click is part of that too. Keith, that's my rant. Keith, good morning, or you're a good sport, Philly. Thank you, Keith, and thank you for the super sticker, super chat, or whatever it is. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Caregivers are $35 an hour in America. Wow. Yeah. And I see this. I forget how that works too. Um, Other people may know that have went through this. Like some of these places, they'll take your, like, if you're an older person and say, your husband died or something, and you receive some money, and you worked your whole life, you have investments, you sold your home, you know what I mean, you sold off all your assets, and you got a ton of money. These homes will take your money, not take, but maybe sign an agreement that, okay, we have access to, we know you're going to pay, you know what I'm saying, like they basically dry you of everything you've worked for your whole life, so you can live there and stay there. um I don't know. Like I said, when you get old, especially here in the Philippines, who's going to wipe your ass? You know, these guys coming in with these, oh, I'm old and I want these young, barely legal girls. Oh, if I get sick, what's going to happen? Well, you know what's going to happen is that girl is going to roll right down the road. She ain't going to have anything to do with you. Or she may. Who knows? You're going to take that chance? Ah, yeah. Let me throw this up one more time. Anybody wants to join in? That's low for California, Jesse. That's low for California, Jesse. How about Don? How you doing? Oh, caregiver, 35. Oh, okay. You're saying that's low. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Jason says, hi, Brian. Did you give up vaping cold turkey? I'm trying to give up vaping myself and find it very challenging. It is very challenging. It is very challenging to give up. And sometimes you relapse. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Hey, Matthew, how are you doing, sir? Hope all is well with you. Thank you for stopping in for the live chat and joining. Call sign Raven. It's about 40 in the U. It's about 40 in California. Wow. Street Freak Patrol. How are you doing? I was gonna end the live stream, but I'm gonna keep the live stream going. So Street Freak Patrol can give me some super chats so I can go out and buy my t-shirt I want in General Luna. On Street Freak Patrol gives me some super chats. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much it costs per hour, because some of them I'm trying to think. We had a family member who, oh, no, I remember. When I lived in Ohio, I worked for my ex-brother-in-law and construction, and we installed sprinkling systems, you know what I mean? Like water sprinkle systems inside homes, inside restaurants, inside malls. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that if a fire happens, it pops and it, fire sprinkle systems. And we worked in one of the old folks' homes on the new wings that were being built. And I asked them, and I forget, it was a crazy amount of money these people paid, but everything was assisted. If you need help, they had, people to help you. You could come and go. They had group halls that everybody went to and, played bingo and everything. But it was crazy expensive. I forget how much it was. Yeah. Intel. Men who live in AC have permanent girlfriends, wives going to Walking Street is few and far between. We go when someone from outside visit. Yeah, that's true. Then again, I know permanent residents there that they go with their wife and girlfriend. They weekly go out just for the entertainment value, and have something to drink and talk, and then they just enjoy it. But yeah, a lot of times outsiders come in and they take their friends there. Yeah. Nothing like positive thinking. Yeah. Are you that cheap, Street Freak Patrol? uh, thank you. Thank you for that condolence. Um, you're correct, Paul. Shargau's small island is very conservative. Yeah. It I'm surprised at the people here are very like it's to me it's different than the 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 Filipino people are way different than the Filipino people in Angeles City. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. Um, like how my wife lost her phone. It fell out of her pocket down in Dapa on one of the bridges there in the city. And, Angeles City, that's gone. You ain't ever seeing that. Here, the lady, they have people here that clean up the streets, all right, that sweep and clean up the streets. It's not a dump like other cities I've been to. And she found it. And she took it to the police station, right? And gave it to the police station. And lit one down there. And they said, yeah, the woman that cleans up the street, she gave it to the police station. And Lit wanted to, find a woman and give the woman a little bit of money for helping her. And here's the thing: the people here believe that, okay, you lost something. By me helping you out by turning it in, I'm going to receive blessings. By doing a good deed for someone else is going to give me blessings. That's how they think. That's how they do it here. You know, completely different mindset. The only blessings another area is going to get is a few pesos in their pocket because they took your shit and sold it. But it's a different mindset here of Filipino people. Very friendly, very nice. Many times when I asked where something was located from a Filipino, he told me, I'm sorry, I don't know, sir. Right? Instead of the old, oh, it's just up the road there. When it's not up the road there, it's up the road there 20 kilometers. You know what I mean? It's a different type of Filipino people. I don't really know how to explain it. Um, yeah. Very caring people, very, they're all caring, very, very helpful, very, very good people on this island. Um, they all look out for each other. It's not all for one and just for me. It's like they say, if a bad crime were to happen on this island, from say a foreigner, you ain't getting off this island. Not me. You're not getting off this island. You're going to be found out in the jungle somewhere, however you will. But they will cover all the ports. There's a couple ports, like one port and one airport. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Oh yeah, go Steelers. Yeah, they won today. Thank you, Street Freak Patrol. I know you got a kind heart. I know you got a kind heart. Where are we at? Mango and Cash in the Philippines. We went there. To me, it was nothing but young traveling nomad foreigners. It seemed to me there were more foreigners on Shariga Island than locals. In that area, I'm going to have to say probably yes. In that area of General Luna, they're everywhere. It's weird because during the day you don't see too many, but at night they're everywhere. But on the island itself, I think there's more Filipino people on the island than these young guys. But yeah, they're nomads. And I said many times, there's no reason if you're older that you can't come to this island. No reason at all. There's a lot of things to do here. But yes, it's a very adventurous type of tourists coming here. Me, I enjoy it. I love it. I love it being here. And there are a couple older expats. I can tell you that right now. I've seen this one expat. I see him in the morning, and I got to talk to the gentleman. Gray hair, gray beard. You know, it reminds you of an old surfer dude. You know what I mean? But there are other expats here. All right, guys. I am going to wrap this one up. How do you intend to split your time between the family home and the love shack? Has that changed since grandma's passing? No, we're still gonna back and forth. It's funny, you know, these people that jump, the haters. I think that maybe they're the haters, or they're just people that I guess don't want to see other people succeed. You know, they're miserable people. They want their miserable life to be passed on to everybody else's life that are doing good. You know, these, see, you got tired of living there already. No, I didn't. You got tired. We knew it wouldn't take long. When you say we, you and the other just haters, the other just miserable people in life. All right. No, I don't mind being here. I do want to get air conditioning in there because it is hot. I don't mind being here. But you know what? General Luna's 45 minutes away. Now we have a little place there that we can just go there for the day, hang out for a couple days. You know, it's not loud here. The kids are in school right now. I don't mind being here. Got the NFL. All right. I don't mind being here. It's just now we have a different place we could get away and go relax and, you know, just something. I can relax here too. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but yeah, we just split the time here, there, here, there. It is what it is. But yeah, all right, guys. I am going to wrap this one up. And thank you guys for stopping in, and thank you for all your condolences. It's you know, the family really appreciates it. But yeah, just remember, coming to the Philippines, and you get old, you become an old fart in a diaper, and you want to go out there and get yourself one of these barely legal, you know, child brides here to eat your own. But who's going to change that diaper? You know, is she going to change that diaper? What are you going to do? Oh, dear Jasper, huh? Why am I saying Bruce Lee live? All right, caught my eye. All right, guys. With that being said, shall talk to you later, and thanks for joining.